Good evening, buddy. Good evening, Leo. How is life? Give me just 1 second. I'm just good, man. Allergy is kind of killing me a bit. Allergy is kind of crazy now, but good, man. Good. Just been with my the big shot, my friend. Good evening. Thank you. I'm hoping that it's better than what we had, but I've heard good positives about it, so it's good. Chica, good evening. Good, man. Let's just finalize some stuff that we started last night. Give me just 1 second. I'm just mocking up stuff. We won't do this now. All right. So this is kind of how we're gonna end up in the UI. So let's see what we do. So let's minimize that. What was this? Yeah, I was looking for some inspiration. Actually, I liked this one. I'm volunteering to work. I mean, we're gonna have a progressive web app or something like that, right? For sure. But the real app, maybe. The thing is, I mean, once we kind of build some of those features here, so more of those, then for sure we can take some time and build a mobile app, right? But we need to figure out the product first, and then ship it to different devices, right? So it's kind of getting people to use it. We need to create value basically, and we haven't yet created any concrete value, right? The product is still not very valuable for people to be attracted to it completely, right? So it's a chicken and egg problem, right? For the social platform to be useful, it just needs time, it needs people, it needs content, right? It needs that sort of stuff, right? And that's just time, right? You can't overcome that. That's just a matter of time, right? All right, so so we need to finalize this today, and then adding the rest of the social logins is going to be fairly simple, right? So it's going to be pretty much duplicating the same logic. So we're going to finalize the GitHub thing today, and maybe even, but we want to, good evening, Mark, my friend. So we're going to have, actually, let's just add the icons that we kind of want to have, right? So let's maybe add GitLab here, GitLab. Well, actually, we don't need a handler, and we need maybe Bitbucket, right? So let's add what we would actually want. Bitbucket. I don't have the Bitbucket icon, no. Give me 1 second. So for sure, we want to try supporting those, right? It's actually quite strange that we don't have this icon, but let's just add it there, so we just have it as an inspiration. So let's go to, where was it? Let's build those icons. And yeah. Beautiful. The only thing I dislike is this GitLab icon, right? That kind of sucks ass for some reason. Is there some better icon that we can use? Yeah, definitely. Definitely there is. Freaking allergy, man. It's crazy. All right, let's get this and then let's move back to the API. Ah, Jesus Christ, come on. Do that. And yeah. Where's our browser? Yeah, so let's imagine something like that, right? Eventually. I don't know if we should support LinkedIn. I guess we should. We want to kind of open up. We want to attract people to sign up, right? So technically, we want people to sign up with anything possible. It's just a matter of time, right? But we want to enable people to sign up with a single click, right? That's clear, right? As day. So we'll see. But now we're doing GitHub, right? Now we're doing GitHub, and let's continue that. So all right, so let's just say here social login. Let's just turn this into a data structure, right? Good evening in Arcadia, my friend. How is life? I'm not sure, Chica, what do you mean? Can you be a bit more precise? Which empty space on desktop? Okay. Ah. On Arcadia, good. I think I have an allergy as well. It's allergy kind of time now here in Copenhagen, right? So it kind of sucks, but I can't complain. It's fine. It happens pretty much every year, so can't really complain, right? Can't really complain. Space. Well, I mean, put what, right? I think I want you basically to. So your question is not invalid, right? But put what, right? Like, do you have any concrete examples? This is not about why would I put just something. One of the main selling points, if under quotes, of this platform is to not put things which are useless, right? So it's not hard for me to put 553 different boxes left and right, but put what, right? What is it that you would find useful? So the better question isn't should we put something on desktop. The question is what should we put? What is it? What is it that would be useful, right? Cassie, my friend, good evening. Good man, fighting with allergy here a bit, but I can't complain. I'm really well. Evening, Alex. There's nothing easier than putting boxes and doing layout. Put this left, put this right, right? But I don't want to put things unless I know that they're useful for something, right? I don't want this site to turn into this site, right? Because if I wanted to build this, then I wouldn't have built Programmer Network because this already exists. So if I wanted this sort of crap where boxes exist just for the sole sake of existing and filling in the space, then I would have never started this project. I would have used this and I would be happy, right? So I want to build everything opposite of this. And this is 99% useless. When you come to this feed, it's useless almost entirely, right? Unless you disagree with me, then that's fair enough. For me, there's nothing useful here, like at all. Just a bunch of gibberish, right? Okay. So, all right. So we have that stuff. The thing is, it's really the art. It's really the art. It's really hard, right, to build something simple, right? It's way easier, for example, it's way easier to build this sort of stuff than what we are trying to build, right? Because, you know, I can put the tags as well somewhere in the left. I can put a bunch of this gibberish links as well. You know, I can do all of this now, right? But that's not what I want, right? I want this platform to be something where you can spend 10-15 minutes every day, find eventually something that's of your personal interest, and then leave, right? I want to build a framework where things are super easy to find and only things that interest you, not me or someone else, right? So that's hard, right? Numinex, my friend, good evening. So that is basically my personal wish or desire, right? That's what I want. Will I manage to achieve that? Well, that's why I keep showing up every night, right? So we'll see. I truly hope so, right? Truly hope so. I doubt so, man. I don't think anyone is buying us, but like what's my desire in life in general? You know, I've been building startups now for almost 15 years, and my wish is that one day, right, I get to a point where I build some product that can generate few salaries, pretty much something like Reddit. I don't know if you know, but Reddit became a unicorn with 3 people, right? 3 guys sat and they built things. So I don't really have this desire to be acquired, not with this product, with any product, whatever comes next after this, right? That's not the dream, right? It would be just nice to build some product that can generate few salaries, you know, you buy your own time, you do whatever you want. That would be kind of something I crave for, right? So, you know, it's basically just grow organically, right? Okay, so what's actually happening now with GitHub is our API running. It is, okay, so we'll have to move this. Let me just, before we, give me 2 seconds. One of them was part of PayPal Mafia. I don't actually know much about Max Dev. Good evening, buddy. Thank you for sending a message. Appreciate it. If you're new here to the stream, please, like, without you people saying something, it gets incredibly plain and incredibly boring for me as well. So don't forget, if you're, you know, if you're here regularly, just send a message or two, right? It makes it more natural. Chica, seriously, like, that's why I stream. Your feedback is incredibly valuable, right? If you have a minute, please go to our Discord and just write it there. Like 100%. I'm not neglecting anything you're saying. I'm trying exactly. That's why I'm streaming, right? Well, actually, yeah. So this is why. So you're already contributing, right? So please write all of this stuff that you guys write here. I do them regularly, right? So that is the whole value of the stream for me, right? Actually, I didn't know that, Alex. I had no idea. I had no idea about that. No. All right. So okay. So basically, this is how we're gonna eventually refactor our current authorization stuff, and then we're gonna be done with that. So maybe today or tomorrow, we'll see how far we get. We'll end up with the, and this is very intuitive UI. Basically, the reason why you generally do something like this, some companies, for example, at Dream Data where I work, right, we even hide this by default because we want to incentivize people to use the social login, right? So generally, you always are like, hey, use social login or do this, right? What the hell, my screen? Give me a second. Fair enough, Max. Fair enough. Honestly, I would probably be the same. I still appreciate that you sent a message. It's just nice to feel that there's actually human behind those screens there, right? So absolutely, man. Absolutely, like this is why again the stream is amazing for me. It's because I guess I get feedback like that, and give me a second. I messed something up, did I? Oh, I turned this into a function. Well, okay, let's just make sure that this ain't a function, number one. Let's do this. Oh yeah, the URL is wrong. What the fuck, man? That wasn't auth GitHub. Don't think this was the URL. Meow. Good evening, Meow GPT. Yeah, I don't actually know. Give me a second. I think that the co-pilot messed it up. So okay, so it is auth GitHub auth. Okay, that's indeed a very strange URL. Okay, well that's what it is. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. No, I haven't tried it yet, but I have it on my to-do. I definitely have it on my to-do. Oh, this is wrong, right? Well, actually, I didn't want to call this on click anyway, so let's call this like this. Let's do that. Are we actually even calling this? Dude, like... What the hell has happened? What has happened? Okay, so actually if I go to this URL, so is this not doing what it's supposed to do? What the heck? All right, I don't know what the hell happened. Authorize AGJS. If your browser, blah, 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 yep. And we get here, so that's okay. Unauthorized, yeah, I see. Okay. So let's now go to the API, right? Give me a second. Freaking algae. All right, so let's kind of try to finalize this. So what I did off stream a bit few minutes ago before I started streaming, you can, I believe, find a terminal here, and oops, that's my setup, but it's opening via shortcut, right? It's just shortcuts, right? It's like, imagine a video game. That's how, right? Imagine you're playing an MMO and you press some keys. All right, so let's see. So yeah, so I get the access token from GitHub, right? I then get the user information from GitHub because I'm going to be requesting that user scope from when you try to log in with GitHub. I'm asking you for a user scope and an email scope. So I can get an email and an avatar. So when you sign up with GitHub, I can already take the avatar you have on GitHub and upload it for you to Programmer Network. And that's essentially what I'm doing here. What I do is I download the image from GitHub. I download it as an array buffer, I return it, and then I pass it to my upload, right? And then I upload it to Cloudflare images, right? So we do this, then we create the user with the provider GitHub. That's kind of what I have in my table. So I have a few providers, as I call them: GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, and local. We'll actually need to add LinkedIn here as well, but we don't. Okay, so we do that. Let's imagine. Then I do some association here. I create a default tag for a user. And then I set a cookie. I sign the JSON Web Token here. And then I sign a cookie, and then I redirect you back to the website. And now the website would show you this complete your profile thing. Now, next thing we need to do, instead of redirecting just like to this, we should redirect to like /. So I think I should extend my complete profile thing, and so let's try to do something like this, and then we want to try and test this stuff. So let's actually move this. So let's just test the redirect, right? So I'm just gonna come here, and I'll just very early just redirect. So as soon as I hit this, I'll redirect, right? And I'm not gonna set any cookie. I just want to test the Fastify redirect, right? So if I go back to localhost and I click this, I should be redirected back. And this is pretty much because I think my router, my React. So let's go to the front end. Let's go here, complete profile. Didn't I? Yeah, I do have a complete profile here, but it doesn't have any query parameters, right? All right, what if I do this instead? Yeah, and this is happening, yeah, because, yeah, okay. because it's redirecting to 3008. Okay, I see. My bad. So that's a bit strange, right? I don't know why is it doing that, but, and I guess because, let me actually double check. So if I click this, yeah. This is just something random I found. Let me paste it here. All right, so good. So it works. All right, cool. Okay. Yeah, okay, good. So we have tested that hypothesis there. We'll see why do I need to provide this. Feels a bit strange. I don't think we'll need that. My pleasure, man. But yeah, oops. But yeah, so we'll eventually redirect you back. Meow GPT, how's my day going? Let me just sit down a bit. 1 sec. Good, man, good. I have a bit of allergy. I have a bit of allergy right now. Isn't super fun. You can probably see me almost sneezing here and cleaning my nose, but good. It's always good. I mean, I feel very privileged in life, so I don't allow myself to complain. I don't have the right to complain. That's how I like to look at it. So it's always good, man. It's always good. What some other people have, it's amazing. So generate the token, get the access token. I don't look good today. I mean, I know that you think that that I'm the most beautiful. Let's face it. It's just the allergy. And it's my face. And it's my face. Well, I mean, I love you too, man. But think about it this way: nothing is constant, right? I cannot always be as beautiful as I am, right? Even for me, you know, it's impossible, right? Even with perfect genes, you know, you can't be perfect all the time. Panosa is in the house. The man. The Panosa. Well, Panosa is in Denmark as well. I'm still anticipating his SMS to sit for a coffee, but let's see. It will happen one day. It will happen one day. All right, so let me shut up now a bit. I actually slept really good. Actually, maybe it's my camera. Give me a second. Maybe it's the camera. Let me increase those lights. Maybe I'm not pretty because of the camera. Oh, actually, no. I know what you mean. You know what's happening? I have an eye infection, right? So I have an eye infection here, and my eye looks like somebody hit me in the face, right? Actually, much worse. So I think what Panosa is saying, I would look the best if I turn off the camera completely, right? That's pretty much what he's saying, right? Asshole. I do actually sound like I'm sick. Anyway, guys, shut the fuck up. All right. So let's finish this. So if there's no user... All right, so you click this button, right? Let's just onboard the rest of you. So you click this button, right? And then we tell to GitHub, hey, GitHub, you know, somebody needs some token from you, right? And GitHub then asks you as a user, hey, you know, Programmer Network is asking for some information from you. Do you want to give it? Then you're like, yeah, I want to give it. And then you say that. And then GitHub says, all right, cool, I'm gonna tell that to Programmer Network. So they call us here. GitHub calls this endpoint. It's like, hey, Programmer Network, this user actually acknowledged that they want to give you some stuff, right? Yeah, MySpace, that would be amazing. So yeah, so GitHub calls us back and is like, hey, take this token, bro. Here's the token. And then I say, all right, GitHub, thanks a lot. Can I please have the user's profile and the user's email? Because, hey, GitHub, user actually said yes, user is willing to give me that data, okay? So we got that back, you know, so at this point we have the user's email, we have the user's avatar, and then I tried to find the user in the database. I was like, hey, programmer network, does the user with this email from GitHub exist in the system? If it doesn't, then we need to create it. So register. If the user does exist, right, well, we just lock him in. So this is pretty much what we now have to cover. All right, so now we are focusing on this. So if the user doesn't exist, we need to create it. So what do I do? Well, I grab the avatar image of the user from GitHub. I download it as an array buffer, and then I upload it to Cloudflare. So basically here in my Cloudflare client that I wrote, I have the upload, and then I have a simple download, right? So I download the message, the avatar from GitHub, and then I upload it to Cloudflare images, right? Then I create the actual user with that avatar ID, and the provider is GitHub and the email is whatever. I make the user follow the default tag in the system. And then I, sign the user with this minimal information. Actually, this is now wrong because we should sign the user pretty much here. So created. Panosa is, as always, making this super much more fun for me, I must admit. Okay, so created, and let me just see, I don't actually remember. Let me find some other create. Do I need to pass something, or does SQLize actually returns the newly created thing? I think it does. What the hell is this? Okay, never mind. Okay, so let's assume it does. All right, so what do we do next? Well, what do we do next? Well, we go to our faker, and then we remove literally this account, because I literally have this account, and this is also my email on GitHub. So that kind of sucks, right? So let's do this. Let's go to Postgres. Let's get down here. Okay, that's good. So now technically we should hit this flow. Now what's gonna happen, we don't know, because there's a lot of we're talking to Cloudflare, we're talking to GitHub, we're talking to our own database. So let's see what's gonna fail, right? Cool sub badges. What is a sub badge? Twitch, what is a sub badge? Fuck is sub badge, man. When someone subscribes, they will get subscriber chat badge displaying. Oh, interesting. So how do I do this? Okay, let's do it. Let's spend 1 minute in this. If I don't spend 1 minute in this now, then I will forget that this exists again in 2 seconds. How to upload? I'm not a partner. How to upload custom subscriber? The fuck is that? Biker, good evening, my friend. I'm just learning basics of Twitch. Subscriber on Twitch guidelines. What the hell? So complicated. Go to partner section. The hell is... I mean, I think that would be great. Affiliate, okay. Badges, is there something badges? Oh, I found something with badges. Subscriber badges, here it is. Nice, okay. Oh, There it is. Okay. Um, Premium subscriber badges Twitch. All right, so what do I do actually? So hard. Why does this all look super gamery? Like all of this futuristic gaming bullshit. What is this? I like this. This is what I like. This is what I like. Yes. $15 for 6 images. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me, bro? Seriously. Are you kidding me? I like it. Chicken free download. There we go. What else do we have here? Egg. Beautiful. Beautiful. I like this. All right, let's keep on doing it. Let's keep on. This is going to be great. Upload image, okay? Thank you very much for the what is it? It's called Jesus Christ, man. What? Are you kidding me, bro? Seriously. No, man. Come on, bro. I'm not gonna be. Are you serious, man? No, I don't have the time for this now. But I promise. Wait. I promise to do this. I promise to do this. Let me create a task. Let me create a task. Add Twitch badges so more people can give their hard-earned money for me because they feel special compared to other people. There you go. It's completely useful. Please, absolutely, guys, give me your money. I like it. Just keep sending that money, and if you do so, you're gonna get various rewards. For example, you're gonna get the egg next to your name. You're gonna get the chicken next to your name. Even if you subscribe only for 6 months, you might get a burger as well. I mean, completely valuable, right? So if you subscribe now for like, let's say 12 months, you're gonna get this guy who's gonna be smiling at you and telling you how happy he is that you gave me money, right? So thank you very much. I appreciate that you give me your money. Because when you give me your money, I have more money. Thank you. Okay. It's gonna be great. And guys, just look at the rewards you're gonna get. By giving me your hard-earned money that you can spend on so many better things than watching my shitty stream, you can get rewards like this. Incredibly valuable. So instead of that star, you know, you're gonna get... Look at this. I mean, how valuable. Let me zoom in. I cannot actually zoom in more. But if I do this, look at this. If this is not worth 3 months. Oh, wait. Are you guys ready? Hipster designer. Figma master, bro. Figma master. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Be right back. Be right back. 1 sec. Let's save those whales. Save the whales. Save the whales. Save those whales. Let's go. Let's save those whales, guys. It's the most important thing in the world. The whales. Guys, I have to tell you something. From now, this is a designer stream. If you're not a designer, please leave now. This is a fully Figma-oriented Photoshop sketch. Okay, I love it. Time out, bro. Actually, I can't see shit through this. It's complete plastic. All right. So where the hell was I? This is where I was. All right. Okay, let me shut up. Let's get back to coding before I hit myself in the face. I'm like this close for beating the shit out of myself. I don't even know if that's possible, but... Ooh. Ooh. Geek Developer, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you. Actually, fuck, I actually do, man. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. I do look like a complete junkie. You know, let me stop there. All right, so let's take this serious now. Let's take this serious. And little Leon sniffing that Figma. Exactly. All right, so let's see what happens here. So we try to do some of this, and some of this I assume fails, right? So let's kind of get here and okay, so we did create the account, so that's good. Obviously without first name, last name, and all that gibberish. So that's not bad at all, actually, right? So that's okay. Email confirmed. Okay, so we forgot to set this to true. Okay, so let's seriously finish this now. So email confirmed true. I guess this should be like email confirmed like this, right? Guys, type +5 emojis. I have no idea what that means. So complicated. Okay, so we need to set that to true, right? Is profile complete? False, correct. So it all looks pretty good to me, if you ask me, right? Almost. So the only thing that kinda didn't... Oh, wait a minute. What about the avatar ID? Avatar ID, did we get that one right? Yep. So the avatar was actually indeed uploaded. So if I search for like, I don't know, like get avatar something, get image... Yeah, get image URL, right? I don't remember. Ah, shit. Never mind. Okay. So it's all good. It's all kind of good. Email confirmed true is also good. Well, okay. So let's restart this and let's try that flow again. Actually, just give me 2 seconds because we're gonna hit this. GitHub doesn't really like when you try to authenticate too many times at once. You can add the bug on Discord right here. If you go to Discord, there's bugs here, so you can do it here. And thank you very much, as always. Seriously, like, that's highly, incredibly highly appreciated. Okay, click this crap. Ah, okay, so we're getting try catch, cannot read. Router 234. Ah, I see. I see. Okay. And that should be created ID, right? Okay. Good. Good. Yes, I'm aware of Nest.js. Yes, I'm actually writing a guide on. I'm preparing a course on Fastify.js, completable dev. I can actually show you, and then I'm gonna also talk a bit about Nest.js. I'm not a fan of generally. The reason why I wouldn't use Nest.js for this project is exactly the reasons that it's offering. Like the selling point of Nest.js is dependency injection, decorators, classes, and stuff. So, and that's exactly the selling point of it. Why I wouldn't use it. So Nest.js is very nice, but it's opinionated in a wrong way for me. Right? I like Fastify. I like Express. I like those super simple tools that you can build up slowly as the complexity increases. That's why I also like Go, for example. If you build an API in Go, right, then you also pile up complexity as the complexity is needed, right? But I think Nest.js is a great tool. It's probably or arguably the best tool for building Node.js apps. And also, which is why I think Fastify in a different category is also the best, because Fastify, unlike Nest.js, is opinionated in only a few things. Like, and I don't know why Google Slides are so slow. I'm trying to show you that, but Fastify is opinionated in those things that I actually. It's almost like if I built a Node.js framework or a library, it would be something like Fastify, right? So it has the opinions which aren't too architectural to say. So, for example, this is the course I'm going to record, like the whole course. And basically, encapsulation is obviously the reason why I like Fastify the most. But it's also incredibly fast. It's the fastest. Also, not really the selling point. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about. I've done some benchmarking and stuff. So I'm not going to share this with you guys now. But when I finish the actual course, I'm gonna. It takes a lot of time to write a good course, right? So it's gonna take a while. All right, so let's try this again. Bam. There we go, bro. Great. You don't have a permission. Give me 2 seconds. I apologize. What the hell? Why wouldn't you have a permission? That doesn't make. I don't think that any permissions are needed here. You should have it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you should have it, but try now. Try now. Yeah, try it now. I don't know. Let me put on my hoodie. Let me put on my hoodie so I don't get sick even more. Awesome. Thank you very much, man. Give me just 2 seconds. All right, great. Okay, so actually it works, right? If we refresh, it should still show the screen because we actually we did sign the token, the JSON web token and stuff, so we are technically logged in. Great. I mean, we're almost done with that. So the only thing that we need to finish here when it comes to complete profile is that so if we go to this welcome, I suppose I made this component, right? Yes. So I think the only thing that we need to really do here is we need to parse some query parameters or URL parameters, whatever we decide to use. Because now, we're going to implement all of those different strategies of signing up and stuff. And my idea basically is when I redirect, I just carry a query parameter, right? that looks like this, provider is GitHub. And then if there's some discrepancy in some of the fields, and that's kind of the good thing, right? I'm gonna try to keep those interfaces unified, so I don't need to worry too much about the UI. So for example, what do I mean by that, right? Well, I could have technically here, when I wrote this get user info from GitHub, I can technically also, from this profile information from GitHub, I can try to decipher your full first and last name from the name field. So for example, just to show you, if I go to my GitHub, right? Like if I go here, I could, for example, try taking this and then pre-filling some of the fields. The reason why I decided not to do that is because now, as soon as we implement different strategies, GitLab, Bitbucket, LinkedIn, I would now need to worry about, okay, what did I pre-fill from GitHub? What did I pre-fill from this and that? So instead of doing all of this gibberish, we're just gonna keep it unified, meaning even avatar is probably an overkill, but my assumption is that I'm gonna actually be able to get an avatar from LinkedIn, from GitLab, from Bitbucket as well. So I'm just going with an email and avatar, meaning that when you end up in this UI, you will always have to fill the same thing, right? Now there's another discrepancy here is that, and that's kind of a bummer, and that probably will need to fix that as well, is that if I go to, let's say, production, if you try to sign up now, right, I'm also asking for a username here, right? So we'll probably also need to take this out from the regular username and password, and then we can unify those interfaces. So every single time when you end up here, you always need to fill in the same data, no matter if you signed up through any of the strategies. So it would be kind of agnostic of that, right? And I think that makes it the simplest, because those APIs, GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, LinkedIn, all of them, they're going to change over time. And I don't want to be dealing with, oh, they're not calling this field name anymore. They're calling it burger, right? Adoran, good evening, buddy. Okay, so that's great. Marv Taylor, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Appreciate it, man. How many followers did we get in those 2 weeks? Okay, so maybe less than 10 days where we got 121 people here, and I'm gonna continue with those videos. So good, thank you everybody for your support. Okay, so and actually now when I think about all of this gibberish that I just said, that means that we don't really need to even provide this strategy here. Since the fields you're gonna have to enter when you end up there are always gonna be the same, then we will always just redirect here, and then you're gonna always have to fill in the same field. So that's actually pretty good. Yeah, all right, so yeah. So let's go first to sign up form, right? And here we have username, I believe, somewhere, right? Yeah. So we'll take that out, and we'll go to welcome. Give me 2 seconds. My music has stopped. That kind of sucks. Sorry. So I'm gonna get here, and where's my step 2? I guess, is it here? No. Step 3, okay. Good, pretty good. I mean, I've implemented this 7 billion times before. It's just now, it's just different libraries now and stuff. But it's, yeah, it's fairly simple, Okay. So we move that from there. We move this from here. So we're gonna just have an email and a password over here. We need to do a few more modifications, right? No, actually, that's the thing. I'm not using Passport. I'm just using Fastify oAuth now. So it's not Passport. It's just the Fastify's community-built library. And then I'm using also Fastify JVT, right, for the local thing. So basically, I'm using them both in conjunction. I authorize to, let's say, GitHub. I get the token back. And then I sign the JSON Web Token with Fastify JVT, right? So it's kind of... Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much, Rian, for the follow. Appreciate it, man. Okay, so that's great. And let's go to the actually API and let's search for register. And we need to update the JSON schema here, right? Because JSON schema is like, hey, bro, username is needed here now, and it's actually no longer needed. So we need to kind of get rid of that. This blah, blah, blah. Interesting. If you need, like, if you want me to show you how this stuff is done here, and I think it's done really good in general, especially the local and password, I'm happy to go through it. All right, so let me see here. So this will clearly have to change now. So yeah, at this point we will no longer. So unfortunately, yeah, this is gonna kind of suck a bit. Because if we remove the username from there, which we just did, then it changes the flow a bit. Because essentially, if we go here, so what we get now, right? Give me a second. So now basically, it's like a, well, it was before as well, but now it's like two-step sign up, right? So you create some account with just an email and password. And then I guess you have to complete the profile. Complete profile. And then at this point here, you need to provide all of the other stuff like username, first name, last name, and all of that stuff, right? So actually what I'm gonna do, and we haven't done that before, I was just using the normal update. I'm actually gonna, what the hell is this idiotic music, man? Seriously, stop it. Jesus Christ. Okay. Leo, man, as always, thank you very much for being here, dude. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Parkour Peter, good evening, buddy. So here we will actually provide yeah, so this is kind of the main annoying thing right now, right? Is that let me just get some water. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, so that's the only annoying thing, but we'll figure it out, right? The lady on a laptop. No, I didn't. It's all right, so yeah. How should we call this step, right? how do we want to call this first step, right? How do we call this, right? How do we call this? And then you have to provide the rest of the stuff. Well, I mean, the notifications you already kind of get, right? Like here, for example, right? So, as I am now, right? So yes, if so what I'm doing, Adoran now, I'm just making sure that no matter which way you authenticate, you always gonna have the same interface. So it's always gonna be called the same code, right? And I'm just thinking now, we have this, which works perfectly well, and it's validated and stuff. But this used to require the username, right? So this is still incredibly valid. We still need this. Profile complete or profile update. Yeah. And that's what we kind of already have, right? So we have, where was it? Give me 1 second. But this is kind of where we, no, is it? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So we can't have the update user because that's kind of generic, right? I guess. Or we technically also could. All right, so, so that would do in that sense, right? So we are just passing an email. Yes, if email exists, good username. Yeah, so we need to get that one out. Yep. So I think that's fine now. Okay, so that's fine, and now we'll need this stuff in the update somewhere, right? Because basically now the yeah, we'll get to that in a second. If you want the same flow, couldn't you just store the email as username in the auth flow? the thing is, I think that the username matters a lot to people, right? Like this slug in here, right? So they have to choose that at one point, right, in time. And right now they choose it, you choose it when you sign up, right? So you choose it like if we try this again now, so GitHub, right? If we try, the username is the slug, exactly. Yes, yes, correct. Exactly. Is the slug, yeah. Ah, shit. Okay. Let's fix that up. So we need to, yeah, so we basically, so we need to add the username to this schema now, right? So if we go to our Git, all right, wow, that's super strange. Okay. I guess something like this, right? Just give me 1 second here. The library is called AJV. It's the same library that Fastify is using underneath. I'm using it both front end and back end. It is Diogenic, good evening, buddy. So that is the library. Shouldn't the username also be added to the string array? Yeah, I think so. It should, yes. Even though it's kind of, yeah, not necessarily needed, but yes. It's incredibly fast JSON schema validator. Yes. I think right now it might be the fastest. To be honest, I don't know what key cloak is. I'm gonna Google it and then let you know. No, I'm not using key cloak. I'm using 1Password and LastPass. Ah, I see. I honestly no, unfortunately not. I think it's just allergy. I'm actually not sick. It's just allergy, and actually, yeah, it's super strange. It seems my voice is getting worse for sure. But yeah, that's how it is. And thank you very much for saying that, man. Okay, so we have moved this there now. So, and this basically complete your profile is gonna call update user, right? So this guy is gonna call this guy, right? So we moved this to the update. So we're saying, hey, the update might be expecting this guy. Yes, yes, yes. And then over here, we need to move a bunch of this logic, right? Yeah, that's going to be a bit painful, but yeah, all of this gibberish we'll see in what order needs to somehow end up here. But that's fine. That's okay. So this is now going to be always unified no matter where you come from. That's what we wanted to achieve, right? So no matter if you come from, GitHub, GitLab, username and password. Not a fan of TypeScript. I use TypeScript regularly, daily basis at work, in my on my libraries. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. So I wouldn't use the word fan for anything really. Yeah, depends, right? Some projects I write in TypeScript, some I don't. So it's very random and very contextual and situational. But I think TypeScript is great for many things. So it's just types at the end of the day, right? So it's just a type system. Okay. So we click this. This should now be working, right? Yes. Can refresh. Yep. Yep. And now we need to make sure that this works and we're done. Which means we need basically this to work, right? I mean, it's again for me, like any other type system, it's just types, right? So I don't really make some majestic thing out of it. It's just types, and types are useful. Types are good, and that's what it is, right? It's not like a different language or a new language or anything like that, right? It's just types, right? So that's what it is, right? I don't know why do we think of it as it's some sort of a magic. It's 99% of time you write interfaces and types, and that's it. Okay, let me just implement this and then we get to that. Then let's chat. Let's just finalize this and then we should be good. I think I have a repository you can go to. I think I'm gonna actually record a video on this because I believe lots of people now, nearly every stream, people ask me about this. I made this repository so you can just take a look at it. And I'm probably gonna make a YouTube video about this, maybe even tomorrow. So keep an eye here. Actually, I don't even know how to get to my own YouTube thing. Jesus Christ. There you go. All right, cool. So going back to this and this. So first thing I guess I want to do here, and this is kind of going to suck. This is going to suck because I can already see, but over time we're going to refactor it. It's not rocket science. So let's say here, so first thing before we ask any of those additional questions, we're going to do something like this. Oh, we already actually have this here. Yeah, but we're, yeah, well, no, it's okay. No, actually, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. So this is actually good. No, no, I think we're good. I actually do think that we're pretty good here. Yep. Now, the only issue that I see is that now every single time you try to update stuff, you would kind of fail here. You would get an error. But I have a hook. Didn't we add a hook a couple of weeks ago that dealt with that a bit? Yep. Yeah, exactly. So this is, I think I covered this here. I wrote this comment. We have several fields in this table that once set we want to make immutable. For instance, a username should be immutable once chosen, as we haven't yet built the logic that would update all the records for the game. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So that's actually fine. So this thing would prevent us to override the username if it already exists. So that kind of begs the question. So instead of maybe, yes, I think we need to ask the additional question here, right? So here we can actually, okay, I see. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so so hard to name those things now, man. So if the username exists, has a username, right? So if the user has a username already, so if the username is already set, right? Or actually even better, let's say if the user doesn't have a username, then we want to do some of this extra logic, right? And then we want to check, does the username exists and stuff like that. So but this is kind of mutually exclusive, right? So this kind of doesn't make sense anymore, because at this point we know that username doesn't actually exist. Or at least it doesn't have it. No, it's all fine. It's all fine, right? So this just means does the user that logged in has a username, right? So that's okay. So if it doesn't have a username, then we take the request body username, right? Yep. Then we check if it's a reserved keyword. Okay, it's not. Then we try to find the user by that username, and if the username exists, we say, hey, you cannot use that username you're trying to set. Vanix, my friend, good evening. So this is actually good, I think, almost. This is never going to be null because this is wrong name. So this should just be user, right? So this should just be logged in user, right? So user is always going to be here, right? I'm sorry, it was wrong, right? So now you're logged in, you're calling update user, like, hey, do I have the, this basically means, right? So if the user doesn't have a username set already, then take the username from the request body, check if some asshole tried to call his username, you know, asshole or something like that. We have those words that we check against, right? Fucking allergy, man. I'm dying. Okay. Okay, it's fine. So I think that's pretty good, actually. I think that's it. Let's try. Okay, so let's go to our database users. Let's query the users. Let's try find a user with some username. So we have Nora, for example. Let's find Nora. Nora. Okay, so we click the GitHub thing. Reauthorization required. Cool, bro. Great. We'll try Nora. Bania, whatever. Yes, sir. Correct. And then complete profile. Not really good. Wait a minute. Ah, never mind. We actually never submitted. Okay, good. We are actually good. Let's just fix this in the UI because we're actually not showing this error for this given. Actually, it should have been shown here, but maybe we forgot to just copy paste something, right? So yeah, so it's quite strange that this error wasn't set. Give me 2 seconds here. Let's fix that. And I think, yeah, I think we're pretty much should be okay with that. Let's try that again. Okay, so form state username error is null. Interesting. Okay. And this is a server error. Ah, I see. Okay. So if I go back here somewhere, where did we have that? Yeah, if we go to sign up, right? Yep. Elliot330, thank you very much, man. So this is the problem. Set login errors, or actually, yeah. It's kind of funny. That's a bad copy paste. But anyway, we need basically to cover that state. So let's do that. I wrote all of this code and wrote this hook as well. So I actually remember what the issue is. So my custom use form hook takes the third parameter, which is the, if it still takes it, actually, yeah, errors from store, yeah. That's how I built it back then. This is actually horrible name. Call it errors. There he goes with the genius thing. And then we go back here, and then, yeah. So let's try this. This is also super unsafe to do, and super stupid as well. But we're gonna fix that now as well. What the hell? Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay. Am I updating the right thing? Sorry, Basement Dweller. I actually am, okay? And I also know what the issue is. So here we are actually dispatching the... I don't actually know why are we even doing this, but I actually do know why we're doing this. So ignore me for a second. Yep. This is why. So much crap to memorize. Jesus Christ, man. Even for my super intelligent brain, even for my fat brain, it's still sometimes too much. And I'm so super smart. Super intelligent. My mind is big and it's great. So smart. Sometimes I just don't even know. Sometimes I don't get it sometimes, right? I just don't. Fat brains. Okay. Jesus. Let's go. So incredibly intelligent. All right, here it is now. Yes, of course. Yes, that's good. Good. And should be completely opposite. Yeah, there we go. So this will work, I'm sure. I mean, exactly. Sometimes I make those errors very consciously, right? So the rest of you can feel that, you are on my level, right? That you're as smart as me, right? So I have to kind of, I have to do my best to make sure that I feel that you guys are even worth talking to, right? I just have to do that. I have to pretend, right? Look at me, I'm completely not a robot. I'm a real person with real emotions. Look at me. I'm physically moving my body and not only my fingers. You ever seen this in this stream? Nope. I'm very static in general. And now I'm very dynamic. Look at this. Look at this. You can call me dynamic Alex from today. I can't see shit. I know that there's a microphone here. I can a bit. Sheet. Actually, you can't even see them. Okay, let me shut the fuck up. All right. So that's good. Let's try to finalize this. Let's say hipster here. There we go. Beautiful. It took my GitHub picture. Lovely. Easy. Easy work. Great. Okay. Great. It worked. I'm so freaking smart. It's unreal. I don't know, when my mom carried me in her belly, I think she kind of felt the intelligence. It's like super crazy. I love it. Which bot? Jota. Fucking allergy, man. Wait. So smart, unreal. And so sick at the same time. How can such a smart person be so sick? Let me drink more water. I think I drank like 2 liters at least. For how long have I been streaming? For 1.5 hours. Lovely. Okay, great. So, am I super smart? Yes. And that's how it is in life. There's only one smart person in this whole chat, and it's me. And that's how it is, guys. That's how it is, right? Like, some of you might think that you're smart, but actually you're not. And that's how it is. Because if you were smart, you would not be watching the stream. You really have to not be smart to watch this crap. Unreal. Unfucking real. I don't get it. Okay. Going back here. Oh, I see. I cannot have the lack of brain. I am the brain. Ooh, we didn't remove this. What the fuck? Okay. Thank you for registering. All right, cool, bro. Thank you. Thank you for being so kind and giving that feedback to me. Like, thank you, Alex. Thank you for registering. Beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Beautiful brain. I'm a person who is incredibly humble, awesome, big brains, and handsome. Let's try that. Complete. Shit. It's asking me to tell it more about myself. All right. What else should I say? Perfect genes. Beautiful brain is signed up. Also, I think you should add a counter. At one point in time, we actually had that. Give me 1 second. My big brains is now consuming your information, right? I'm actually going to move this here. Thank you very much. That's a good reminder. Give me just another second here. just while I'm at it, because I don't look at those views too much, right? All right, beautiful brain. Let me just check. The email is here. That shit is there. So good. Actually, gravity is a problem for me, right? Especially when I sleep, it's very hard to get up. I need the whole team of people to put my head up because it's very heavy, very heavy. Very strong, very strong. All right, so what did we do? So much knowledge, exactly. So smart. So we have GitHub now. We'll obviously have to, and I'm probably gonna round up soon because you can see that I'm slowly losing my voice. And big brains won't help me there much. But jokes aside now, overall, right? I have at least 7 gazillion parameters, right? So we'll need to, so I'm saying I'll need to round up because I'm literally starting to not feel too good. But we'll need to obviously, so what's next, right? So, well, so we're kind of done with this, and the good thing about this is that this is not really related only to GitHub, right? So in simple words, now we can, you know, next time, Panosa, exactly. So that's what I say. That's what I say basically, that this looks wrong. I shouldn't really need to be putting the whole host name here. So so I'm just gonna say, you know, in general, right? Let's just say clean up. And then, so basically now the fact that we kind of learned yesterday and today the simple Fastify oAuth library, right now I can basically enable the rest of those, LinkedIn, GitLab, and Bitbucket. And then we'll need to, as I drew, I think here, we'll need to make this guy look somehow like this. I mean, if I go to Dream Data, right, to my own company, shit, wait, give me a second. I need to make sure that I'm not logged in. I can't expose, yeah. So if I go to Dream Data, my company where I work, if I go here, right, actually, wow, this is not good. Oh no, maybe, give me a second, maybe this is staging, wait. Yeah, actually, well, that's not good, right? But generally, this used to be actually below, so someone messed it up. But this is kind of what we will want to have, right? I actually need to fix this tomorrow at work, because the social login, this sort of stuff, you want to incentivize people to sign up with that, right? So, Jesus Christ, man, come on. So if we get over here, right, we'll want to pretty much, yeah, we'll want to, you know, move this up, and then obviously, yeah, this would go down, right? But we'll want to end up with something like that. We're using, you know, auth0.com at Dream Data, so this sort of stuff is handled by that service, right? Let me just make sure tomorrow when we continue, we have an amazingly good idea where we are. So I'm just gonna do a bit of this admin stuff. Yeah, there we go, right? So something like that, right? That's what we're gonna end up with. And then, obviously, I mean, we want to support as many of those strategies as we can. Clearly, those three are all about developers. Bitbucket, I don't know anyone today who's still using Bitbucket. I don't even know if it still exists, but I can assume that all of the enterprise, Jira, Confluence, Atlassian type of guys are. Shitbucket, exactly. GitLab, yeah, some people are using. I'm using GitLab as well, for some things. And then GitHub obviously is going to be, yeah, the primary thing, right? LinkedIn as well, I guess it's useful to support. So basically tomorrow we'll try to finalize that. It should be fairly simple, I think. Why? Well, because now pretty much what we have to do is we need a callback for those other three things, right? So if I literally need to do this, and then I need to fill in pretty much the same stuff. For this one, it's going to be GitLab. It's going to be LinkedIn, right? And then it's going to be Bitbucket, right? So we'll need to handle when those services call us back, we'll need to handle that. And obviously we'll need, if we actually go to the setup plugins here, we'll obviously need to provide credentials for other things, right, as well. I think a better approach would be, instead of using platforms that are most likely, I don't want to be using Google necessarily, Numinex, mainly because of user validation, right? There's a lot of bots, or let me rephrase. There's a way higher chance that someone is a bot with a Gmail account than somebody that I verified through GitHub or through some of those services, right? So it's more about, right? It's more about, of course, nothing can prevent someone to register a fake account and GitHub verify that email and still be an asshole, right? But it's less likely that someone is going to go through that hustle than, let's say, with just going and creating a Gmail account in 3 seconds, right? So while I see your point, I think it's incredibly accurate. I literally don't know a single developer of any age or whatever that doesn't have at least one of those three is not part of those 3 Git repositories, right? Sorry, those three Git services, right? And then LinkedIn as well. I think LinkedIn is, most people have LinkedIn, right? We actually, the thing is now the rest of the 3 of those are very low effort because we have a unified interface now. So as long as we can get an email from each one of them, which we can, then it's a matter of copy paste, right? Yeah, the thing is, you know, you can change your IP address, right? There's but absolutely, I'm not in disagreement at all. This is more about statistics rather than, I don't think that either of the things is factual, right? It's more like, my assumption is that if somebody signs up with GitHub, that's more likely to be a developer than if somebody signs up with a random Gmail address, right? So that's kind of, I mean, ironically, right? You can still come here now and sign up with Gmail, right? So you get the point, right? So I was honestly even thinking to disable all of the public email providers, right? So, or to say in simple words, if you don't sign up to one of those, here you can only sign up through non-public providers. So if you have your own domain, because that's also another way to kind of introduce some sort of verification, right? If somebody signs up with, you know, hi at numinex.io, I already have validated that user. If somebody signs up with monkeyass666 at hotmail.com, then but all of this is really irrelevant, right? I mean, overall, I think people are signing up and I'm happy. Every time I come here, there's more and more people. And yes, the platform doesn't really have some majestic features yet, but I know it's a good feeling coming, every morning and seeing. I think I haven't even sent any invitations yet or whatever, and we have more than 100 people signed up already, and I have around 500 people on MailChimp, right? So it's kind of people are signing up, and that's good. And hopefully now tomorrow when we make it a bit easier also to sign up, right? Then I think somebody's gonna come here. Oh, okay, let me check this out. Click this, you're in, right? Yeah. So it's gonna be a lot on me too. That's why, I mean, if you're wondering, so my strategy is very simple. If you're ever wondering, let me explain you how I'm doing this, right? So the strategy is very simple, right? So this is my strategy. This is the platform, right? So this is PN platform. This is my stream. And this is now my YouTube, right? I have a LinkedIn as well. And everything I do on those three guys here is a side effect to get people there, right? So I'm streaming so you guys can give me feedback and stuff, but I'm also streaming because the value that I get from you, hopefully you get the value from me. You maybe have some fun, you get to know me, and vice versa, you get to learn something. But my biggest value is, this is almost, you can call this in a professional word, social selling. It's just that I'm not really selling anything, right? But in a way, I'm kind of, so that's the strategy, right? So even this YouTube that I made and all of the courses that I want to do, the primary thing of them is going to be like, hey, oh wow, what an amazing, Fastify course. Let me go and check this guy out on Programmer Network, right? So that is the value of the stream. I'm not streaming because I have some tendency to, as I recorded a couple of days ago, any financial gain on this platform is so marginal. You can literally earn more money in McDonald's working day for one day than a whole year here in Twitch, right? So yeah. So if you ever have an incentive to stream, give me 2 seconds. It's a super random video, but here it is if you care. Jador, you're actually absolutely right. I think I've disabled that. Let me write that down. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. All bugs are urgent. Which URL thing, which URL thing? Let me answer that question and then I'm probably gonna head off. This allergy is killing me. Lissy, okay, Lissy, yes. I've been wondering actually how you handle the link changing. I'm not sure what do you mean, Lissy, by link changing. Which links are you referring to? Let me just put this desk a bit up. Let me stand up. Been sitting for 30 minutes now. Good, so we have that. Well, localhost is the service that's running locally, right? So this is running on my computer. This is my API here in the right. This thing you see here, right? And this is my front end in the left. And the Programmer Network is hosted, online on the internet, right? So this is something you guys are accessing, right? No, I mean, well, it's two different environments. This guy, Programmer.network, is running on some machine somewhere on the planet, somewhere in Germany, and my stuff is running on localhost here on my own computer. Exactly. How you swap between your... Well, I mean, they don't really have anything to do with each other. I push code to GitHub, so I push the code to GitHub, and then GitHub runs necessary things. So for example, when I push front end, then my repository GitHub sends a message to Cloudflare and says, hey Cloudflare, there's a new code in this repository, can you redeploy it? And Cloudflare is like, yeah, sure. And then this guy, whenever I push the API changes, I have a continuous integration server here, and then my continuous integration server runs and deploys that code, right? So it's the infrastructure I built and a CI that I made that makes this possible, right? Hetzner, man, like a lot of people coming to this stream, especially younger people who don't know about anything except cloud. It's like, what is Hetzner? Why are you using Hetzner? I'm a Rust developer. I lost myself. But anyway, Hetzner is amazing. I've been using Hetzner for like, I'm not gonna exaggerate, literally 20 years. I think Hetzner has been one of the first hosting services as a kid when I was 15 that I used, right? So it's like, it's a hosting service with history, with you know. Look at this. Look at the AWS. Of course, let's not be assholes here, right? Let's be realistic here. Because yes, this is true, right? But we can't mix, oranges and apples. Because yes, Hetzner is amazing, right? But I had to do all of my infrastructure manually. So I had to configure my own firewalls, my own reverse proxy and rate limiting, my own everything, right? On those guys, you pay more, clearly a lot more, but you have that time to invest into something else. Because for example, Dream Data, the company where I work, we are one of the biggest GCP partners in Denmark, and everything we have runs on GCP. But every single service, we have tens of them, runs on GCP, and we have 2 people maintaining all that. 2 people. Out of those 2, one of them is junior mid-level. Like, if we used Hetzner for that, right? We would need 35 people, right? So for example, don't take me wrong, Hetzner is amazing, and we're going to be using Hetzner for a long time. But if this project ever kind of starts making some profit, we're going to re-question Hetzner at one point, and that's going to really be based on the business value. So if we say, hey, yes, we know that AWS is 10 times more expensive, or actually in this context it would be more like, I don't know, whatever, right? Then sometimes it's justified to pay for those guys, right? So it really boils down to where you are at a certain level of company, because would I give a crap about $400 if Programmer Network is making $50,000 a month? Numinex, 90% of our services are Go, written in Go. Only thing that we have in Cloud Run is the API and the front end that my team is hosting. So we have one Node.js service, and all other microservices are written in Go. It's amazing, yes. It's really good. But yes, I mean, until you reach any reasonable point as a company, using Hetzner, you cannot make a mistake, right? It's absolutely great. So if you are doing side projects, if you are just trying things out, Hetzner, I mean, it's really, really amazing, right? So if you want to use you use this sort of stuff when you have a money-making business, and now you're making business decisions. Now, at this point in time, for GCP and AWS and Azure, at this point in time, you're asking yourself, all right, should we add more DevOps engineers to the team, or should we pay more for hosting and then have lesser amount of engineers? So that is always so when you reach a specific point of a company, that's when those two things pop up, and then you start asking those questions. Because all CTOs out there, right? There's no, unless some CTO is just completely unreasonable. Everybody knows that they're paying more money for this, right? Yeah, definitely Numinex. It's just way smaller in my experience, right? George, good evening, buddy. The thing is, right, the biggest problem, this is the thing, right? This is how this works, right? This is how it works in my experience, which is why Numinex, you're absolutely right. So this is how it works. So, and I've been at this stage many times. So let me just show you before I leave what my experience with this is and why you're right. So this is how this works, right? And I've been now working in startups since 2008, and this was my experience. So you have a company, right? And you work in a startup, right? And this startup, you joined it when there were 8 people in it, or 4. There were 4 people in it. No, let's say 8. There were and out of those 8, 3 were developers, right? And you've been hosting stuff literally on bare machine, locally, or whatever, Hetzner, right? Whatever. Now the company has grown, you got a lot of funding, now you have shit tons of money, right? And now you have so much money that you know that a lot of stuff that you have is complete crap, because it is, right? Imagine you have 3 people who have built majority of the things, they were generalists, and it's impossible that the code was great. So now you're like, yeah, let's go GCP, right? Then you tell one of those guys, hey dude, learn GCP, right? What this guy does, he goes to Udemy, and he enters in the search GCP certificate in 3 seconds. He wants to learn the whole GCP in no time, right? So now he goes back and he starts moving this 4 years of work to GCP, which is why what you said, Numinex convoluted, ends up being. And this is unfortunately incredibly hard to avoid, because this company now has those 3 people. They're amazing. They've been sticking with the company for so long, and you can't just fire them and say, well, you guys suck now, we just need those guys. So one of them takes over, they don't really know GCP, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna learn this in 3 seconds, and then this ends up being their pet project. It becomes their project. They spend few years learning it, then they eventually quit, they go somewhere else. Now they actually know GCP really well, but this crap is fucked completely, right? So this is how I've seen those things work, And it's a beautiful. If anybody wants to take a screenshot of this diagram, I can actually send it to you, and you can print it and use it for explanation to other people. Let me actually send you the screenshots of this beautifully drawn, incredibly clear diagram. I'm gonna take the screenshot, and you guys can take it to work tomorrow and just use it, right? There we go. And let's try to paste it here. There we go. For free. All right, so that's how it is. That's how it is. Yeah. Okay, I'm making it worse. Let me just get rid of all of this crap. Clean that up. Yep. All right. All right, guys. So allergy is kind of killing me. So while I would literally just be able to sit here now for 10 hours and code, I just think I'm gonna get some rest. I need to work tomorrow. I need to work tomorrow, as most of you, I assume. So as always, give me a second. Wait. As always, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. Copenhagen time. Have a great one. Thank you for being here, for supporting this project. And Numinex and all of you, Lisi and the rest of you, Cassie, everybody, thank you very much for being here. Sleep well. Panosa, if you're still there, sleep well. And thank you very much, Numinex. Thank you very much, man. It's just allergies, so I think I should be fine. Peace out, guys. Stay well. Take care of yourselves. Do something good for yourselves. And Vanix, Panosa, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, folks. Cheers. Have a good one. Thank you very much, Panosa. Thanks, man.